Oh, okay. So here's the code. We have the PLC to the left and the HMI to the right. Pretty much, we're gonna show you what you can see. We're opening the door. We just click on the open button, and the garage should open. That's because the motor it's gonna be turned on, while also the switch one is waiting for it to hit the door, and also the up arrow is gonna be turned on, as you can see in the first rung of the PLC code. And once it hits the switch, is gonna turn off, and then the open button is gonna turn on instead of the AR. Right now the AR is gonna be turned on again because we're closing the door again because we hit the closing button. So again, the motor is gonna be turned on, and the arrow is gonna be also gonna be turned on, and we're gonna wait until the switch limit 2 signals there's gonna be motion. So as you can see, the shut door is gonna be out, lights gonna be on with the switch. Then we can see we can go back and forth with the open and close buttons. And the edge lights always gonna be on. As you can see, there's no overheating. It's always work as usual. And we can also go on and press the stop button, and everything stops. There's no more current going through anything on the rungs, and we can finally just press the reset button, and everything goes back to normal, as you can see. Now let's talk about the code itself. As you can see, there's a few comments already from it. I'm gonna explain the gist of it. The first rung, it's called open rung. There's gonna be a stop button first, because we want an emergency button whenever we want to click on it. And then we're gonna have a branch. It's gonna be divided into the open and then the motor. The open is gonna be just click, and there's gonna be turned off again because that means it's a push button, so it's gonna be released. But since we're using a branch, it's gonna be a loop. That means it's gonna be a current going through the bottom. So the motor is gonna be on, the motor up is gonna be on, and since PV close is gonna be like inactive, that means in the upper side we're using a XIO, and everything's gonna go through. We have those opposite examine if open and the opposite sides of the codes, just so there's no overheating, and also so their code does not run at the first rung doesn't run at the same time as the second rung. And then after the motor is gonna be turned on, we're gonna have the limit switch to do its job to see if there's gonna be actual like feeling or not. And at the end, we're gonna have the motor expecting to energize the motor. And the same goes to is the same exact situation with the second rung for the close rung, but instead we're just switching places between the push button close and the push button open. But yeah, the loop pretty much just manages so that once the push button is released, there's always gonna be something until the limit switch clicks in, and there's gonna be no current anymore. And at the bottom we have the open light rung. This one just pretty much uses the same limit switch but in the opposite. So examine if open for limit switch 1, so the opposite of the actual thing in the cup above. That means once it hits the limit switch, we're gonna know it's gonna be open. And the same goes for the close light. It's gonna be turned on if shut, because we're gonna have if it's touching. That's why we have examine if closed. And we have the edger bottom rung. That's the last one at the bottom. This one just follows the 2 at the top. That means if it's not touching any other limit switches, that means the door is actually open, or it's not fully open or fully closed. So that's why we have it, and that's the gist of it. Thank you.